Welcome back. It's good to see you either way. Today we're going to be talking about the Peak Design Everyday Backpack version 2. And so far of the backpacks that I've owned, this has been my favorite. Between the design and the attention to detail, it's really unlike anything you'll see on the market today, and I think it makes it worth the $259 price tag. But before we get started, if you watched a number of my videos and you like the content that I produce, I'd ask that you consider subscribing to the channel, as it really helps me reach a larger amount of people. Alright, so the first thing you should know is that the bag comes in a 20 liter or 30 liter option. And for me, I opted to go with the 20 liter, and honestly I suggest that you consider doing the same if you decide to pick this bag up. The bag really does have more space than it would appear to. That said, it's always easy to overpack and make your bag extremely heavy, so the 30 liter was really out of the question for me. This is primarily marketed as a camera bag, so it's pretty rigid in its shape. It's also nice that the bag does stand up on its own, but I have noticed when you start to fill it out with more gear that it will tip over. So you'll need to lean it up against something if you want to leave it in an upright position. It's made from a pretty durable material that hasn't torn on me yet and still looks brand new, and it's water resistant enough where I'm okay taking it out in light rain if need be. I will say that the material is a bit tough to clean when it does get dirty, but when you clean it, it looks brand new. On the outside of the bag, you have 3 solid, comfortable handles, so no matter which side it's on, you can pick it up with no problem. And behind the straps and the back support, there is a pass-through so you can carry it with your luggage as well. There are 2 pockets on each side of the bag. Both have elastic so that when you're not using it, they stay tight to the sides. But they do stretch out far enough for the things that you're going to want to put in them. Inside each pocket, there are some straps to help you secure the items that you may store in there, like some top-heavy tripods or something like that. And there's also a little magnetic pouch at the bottom of the bag that reveals a couple more straps if you want to attach something larger to the back. And if you look around, you'll find a bunch of these little anchor points that you can attach these hooks to in order to help secure down whatever it is you're traveling with. I'd say that the shoulder straps on these are very comfortable and balanced, and what I mean by that is that they're not super big and bulky, but they do have a nice amount of padding so that it remains comfortable for you. The shoulder straps also neatly store the chest strap in the event that you need that extra support. And like I said before, attention to detail. Another cool thing about the straps is that when they're not in use, they magnetically attach to the back of the bag. This means they'll always stay tight to the bag and it'll keep a nice profile. So to access the inside of the bag, you have 3 zippers and 1 latch. 2 of the zippers get you into the main compartment of the bag from both sides and the top. So there are no built-in dividers into this bag. You can kind of use it as is if you wanted to. Or you can use the origami dividers that they come with to build a type of floor system to store all of your gear. I think you'll generally see this bag set up where about 50% of it is allocated toward the top, so you can open up the latch and throw in larger items. And then below that, you'll have your lenses and other camera gear kind of packed more tightly. And on inside of each wing of the bag, you get some elastic storage pockets so you can store things like batteries and chargers and whatever else you want to put in there. So the latch system is magnetic, and I've never had any issues with it failing. I can tell you for sure that the bag has never opened up when I didn't want it to. And it almost functions like a roll top system. As you add more stuff to the top here, the bag can give you a little bit of extra capacity, which is nice. Just keep in mind that this latch is the only thing keeping the top of the bag closed. There's no zipper up top at all, so that will leave some small gaps on the sides even when it's closed, which is why I would not take this out in a full-on downpour. Sometimes I do wish that it worked a bit better with a cube system or something like that, so you can kind of just buy different cubes for your different setups and swap them out when necessary. But it really isn't a problem if you're carrying all the same gear most of the time. And that's pretty much it for the main compartment, except for this one little hidden pocket behind the little latch ladder system. Personally, I would lose anything I put in there because it stays so well hidden, so I just keep an air tag in there. And the last zipper on the bag gives you access to the back pocket where you can keep your computer, your tablet, and a few other small accessories. And I will say that your equipment will be very well protected in this back portion here, but it is very snug and hard to reach into sometimes if you have larger hands. And up at the top of this compartment here, you'll have a little shallow, quick access area where you can throw things like your wallet or keys. And that section has a couple of little elastic pockets for you so you can organize your equipment. And that is a quick overview of the Peak Design Everyday Carry 20 liter backpack, version 2. Again, it's my favorite backpack that I've owned, and there are a million different ways that you can configure the backpack, so don't be afraid to get creative with how you set it up if you decide to pick it up. Alright, and that about wraps things up. Again, I'd ask if you got anything out of today's video that you consider subscribing to the channel, as it really helps me reach a larger amount of people. And don't forget to like this video if you found any value in it. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.